Hey guys, I once read a story, and I don't know that it's true. I mean it's a story that said it was. It's from old, like the 1700s. Um, and when I read it, I thought, man, that is powerful. And so I kind of hope it did happen. I really do, but I don't know. But let me tell you this story. All right, his name was Noel Coward, and he wrote a letter. Okay, he wrote a letter, and in the letter he wrote, "All is discovered. All is discovered. Escape while you can." All right, and in that he wrote that letter to 20 different prominent people in that town. Okay, so it's a large town. All right, he wrote the letter, "All is discovered. Escape while you can." And all 20 men moved out of the city. Okay, so that's telling. Okay, that's telling. What that tells me is reading the story is that each of those 20 prominent men had things that they did not want discovered that got discovered. Okay? And so then they said, "Oh no, someone's discovered this." And they got out of Dodge. All right? Here's what I want you to know. There is nothing you do that God doesn't know you do. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. It's like we hide it from humans because we think that's where the consequences are coming from. No, no, friends. If you live for Christ, if you live for Him, you're going to avoid all of those things that the world has to offer you because you know that God is observing you constantly. We say, "Oh, well, our phone, they hear what we say." Sure it does. Okay? Sure it does. We know that. There's surveillance stuff everywhere. The government sees a lot, but there's a lot the government doesn't see that only God can see. Why would we be a people who would disappoint and hurt God? Okay, because look, there's a saying out there, a song, in fact, says, "I didn't lift you up there, so I can't let you down." Yes, you can. You can grieve the Holy Spirit. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to recognize that every single thing we do, me, you, everyone, is seen by God. So what you look at is God sees what you're looking at. What we say, He hears what you say. And what we do, He sees what you're doing. All right. So please, please, it's not like He's sitting there with a lightning bolt, but we're going to create our own world. We're going to do things, and God's going to lift His hand of protection when we continually do things that He sees that we ought not be doing. But then, please understand, He has to discipline us, and He does discipline. But the flip side of that is He sees when you're encouraging. He sees when you're loving. He sees when you're serving. He sees when you're being His child and acting as though you belong to Him. So remember this. God sees it all. Escape the consequences while you can. Do what He has called us to do. Love you guys. Bye-bye.